Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac. Last time, the Mad Hatter got lucky and encased Batman in some instant drying plaster, while Robin was laying on the floor pretending to be mesmerized. As we open on part 2, the Hatter has the sculptor, Octave Marbeau, chipping away at the plaster.
Faster, Marbeau, faster!
But the cement must be chipped very carefully if you want the mold of the Batman's cowl.
Where's Robin?
Oh, you can take it apart in sections and glue it back together again to form the mold.
How will not disfigure my friend the Batman?
Oh, Batman, he couldn't possibly be alive inside that plaster shroud.
Where's Robin?
Hey, boss. That means you won't be needing that Batmobile no more.
Good thinking. It'll make an excellent getaway car. Go warm it up.
Where's Robin?
Oh, mon vieux, regardez qu'est-ce que vous faites, le pauvre bonhomme. Il faut avoir de la patience, voyons.
Oh, there he is. Looks like they wanted to do something unnatural to a plastic horse. That's got to be uncomfortable. Marbeau suddenly exclaims that the statue is coming alive.
It's diabolical. Curses! My super mesmerizer's on the blink. To the Batmobile!
They head out the door while Batman finishes getting himself out of the plaster.
Robin! Batman! Robin!
Why doesn't Marbeau go cut Robin loose? Why is he just standing there all the time? That seems to be what people do best in this story. Outside, Robin set the anti-theft flap when they parked last time, so let's see if they've upgraded what it does.
Start her up, Dasher!
Nope.
Are you all right?
Never better.
Well, I'm used to seeing you do the impossible, but getting out of that plaster tomb was impossible.
Much easier than it seemed, Robin. I simply held my breath.
It was only half an hour. Easy.
It's me, remember?
In the Batcave, Batman is a little stumped.
I find being outmaneuvered by the Mad Hatter somewhat irritating.
I know what you mean.
There must be some insidious plan, some overall scheme. Who'd steal 5 hats and 5 people with him to gain his nefarious end?
Last I heard, he had 11 people. Where'd Batman get 5? Does he really not know about the other 6?
And what did he mean when he said my cowl would be his 13th hat?
Did he say that?
Yes, when I told him I was on to his masquerade.
I have it. 5 from 13 is 8.
How right you are.
I knew those expensive private schools would be worth it.
Then he must be planning to snatch 8 more hats and 8 more people.
Or already has, and we don't know about it.
No, he doesn't know. And I'm guessing the police don't either.
Yes, Batman.
Commissioner, have you any more reports of hat thefts or vanishing people?
As a matter of fact, yes. Word is slowly reaching us that 6 other fine citizens have disappeared in the last few days, along with their headwear.
I'll get back to you.
I stand corrected.
The police department is on its toes.
Unlike us.
6 more kidnappings.
Robin does some more math, further justifying all those expensive tutors.
6 plus the 5 we know about make 11. Your cowl is the 13th. That leaves...
1 to go. The 12th. 12 hats, 12 people. But why, Robin? What comes in 12s?
Eggs, donuts, volts in a car battery, strings on a 12-string guitar. Unless you break one, then it comes in 11, like what you have now. Why don't you look up who the people are and find out what they might have in common, genius?
Donuts!
I already said that.
Horsepower? Amendments? Mile limits? Noon, midnight.
They're stumped. Time to call in the big gun. Not this time. They have to turn to his understudy.
Shall we activate the Bat computer?
That sounds like a good idea. Feed it a question about dozens.
He just happens to have one in his hand. It mentions 12 men or women. Batman finally figures out that it's a jury and that Tetch is after the hats of the jury that convicted him.
And the jurors. Madame Magda, the chef, the fire chief, they were all on that jury.
He only just figured out that maybe the missing people had something in common, and maybe it had something to do with the Mad Hatter. Gotham is so lucky to have his intellect working for them.
How could I have been so stupid?
I don't know, but you sure make it look easy.
All in all, Batman, you've been pretty busy.
Not helping, Robin.
One hat left. The key that will hoist our opponent on his own petard.
He calls Gordon, and Gordon calls him back with the juror list. Batman needs the name of the final juror.
The 12th, huh? Turkey Bullwinkle? Oh, he owns Bullwinkle's Bowlerdrome.
Have you a record of Bullwinkle's hat being stolen recently? Or of Bullwinkle being stolen?
No, we have no report of that.
Good. I'll call you later.
While all this has been going on, Alfred has been trying to figure out what to tell Aunt Harriet about supper and if Bruce and Dick are done bird watching yet. Batman gets an idea. Tell Aunt Harriet everybody's going to be late because he has a mission for Alfred. Go to Bullwinkle's bowling place, approach Turkey, and put a homing device in his hat before the Hatter steals it. That way we can track him. So Alfred gets to go on a covert mission.
If I may be allowed, sir. Roger!
I love Alfred so much. But I have a question. Why not just hide there and grab the Hatter when he grabs this guy? Why not take him down in the act? Because we have too much screen time to fill, so we have to draw it out. Duh! Alfred engages Bullwinkle in conversation, pretending to want to examine his hat so he can find some key to his ancestry. That's the best that Alfred, the true brains of the Batman operation, can come up with. Seriously. Lisa comes in, posing as a representative of a men's fashion magazine, and she's here to give Turkey a prize for his hat. Alfred quickly takes his leave.
Where is the prize-winning little headpiece right now?
Right now, I figure it's upstairs on my desk, waiting. Not knowing it's headed for fame and fortune.
That was subtle. I'm sure nobody else in the place saw that, especially his little dance on the stairs. Alfred is already in the office, planting the bug in the hat band. He watches from a hiding place while Tetch steals the hat, then slips out.
Tetch, and what are you doing with my hat?
Thanks, Lisa. Get lost. Just repaying old debts, Mr. Bullwinkle. It took a unanimous vote of that jury to send me up the river.
Yeah, well, I'm casting another ballot right now.
I have a question. In episode 3, Batman had super tiny devices that looked like bugs. Why didn't he use one of those? Why'd he give Alfred one the size of a brick? And of course it says Bat Transmitter on it because copyright or something. He takes it with him and sets a trap. Batman and Robin follow the signal, climb up the wall, and burst into the hat factory. It's too quiet, so they survey the situation.
I'm extremely sorry about all this, citizens.
We meet again, dynamic duo, but I fear for the last time.
They couldn't tell the difference between the real guy in the corner and the mannequins. I'll just let that sit there. Tetch explains that he knew about the tracking device.
And now, Caped Crusader, you will take off your cowl and hand it over. Then you will sit for your photograph for all the world to see. After that, I will take you on a personally conducted tour of my hat factory.
I'll have to be dead before you get my cowl.
Then we'll start with the hat factory.
Why is he suddenly saying hit factory? He was saying hat factory earlier. Pick an accent sometime before the end of the show. They turn on the machinery and get ready to make Batman go into it.
You lose consciousness, of course.
Sorry I'm late, Jervis, but I needed a pedicure.
The girl from Mantis.
Up to her pretty neck at evil.
You're just in time. Batman and Robin are about to undergo a treatment I usually reserve for rabbits, muskrats, and beavers.
Jervis, how droll.
You're just the bee's knees, Jervis. I'm running out of great things to say about this dialogue. That may be the most amazing thing I have ever seen. I have to see that again. He took both of their guns away with a really long dish towel or something. That is a Batman move.
Put him on the conveyor belt!
And in this series at least, that's a Robin move. He gets in peril a lot.
Batman! Help!
Like I said.
I suppose he's passed the acid test, Robin.
Did Batman just kill the Mad Hatter? And he doesn't seem to give a hoot.
That'll keep him out of mischief for a while.
Okay, it's not strong enough to kill him unless he drowns in it or something. As Lisa goes to show Batman where the missing jurors are, the police arrive.
I'm happy to report that the treacherous schemes of the Mad Hatter have been knocked completely into a cocked hat.
I may use that pop-up clip instead of the CSI Miami thing the next time I do a really stinky pun. I'm going to have to ponder that. Later, Bruce Wayne is buying Aunt Harriet a new hat. At Madame Magda's, of course. They discuss Lisa and the Mad Hatter and then head on out.
What's wrong, Bruce?
It's funny, when I came in here, I could swear I was wearing a hat.
No, Bruce, it was a cowl. I think your mind is starting to fracture a little. David Wayne as the Mad Hatter was great. He was driven, bent on evil, and totally goofy. The Gotham police, as usual, are as useful as a spare earlobe. I loved every minute of this one. Next, the Joker returns. For real this time. I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.